Hello everybody, I'm Jackie K. Cooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is a review of the film Dear Evan Hansen. Now, Dear Evan Hansen was a Broadway play. It starred Ben Platt from Pitch Perfect, if you remember him in that series of movies. And he played a teenager who suffered from depression, isolation, whatever. He had lots of, problems, and he felt like he was alone. His parents were divorced. And so the psychiatrist that he was seeing suggested that he write letters to himself. And so he would write letters to Dear Evan Hansen because that was his name, and he'd talk about his feelings, etc. Well, he wrote one letter, and a kid named Connor saw the letter, saw him in his hand, and kind of grabbed it up and took it away from him. And this leads to complications because people think that it was an actual letter that Connor had written to Dear Evan Hansen. And so, again, that's the basic premise of the plot. It's a musical. It's music by the same people who did La La Land. So the songs are good. They're not the songs that you walk out of the theater humming or whatever. But it is a really painful movie to watch because it is all about suicide, isolation, depression, the feelings that you can have in high school that, things are never going to get better, that this is your life, that you're always going to be the one who's odd man out or odd girl out. So it's hard, I think, for people who don't know what they're going in to see to react to it, because the critical reaction to this has been all over the board. But I saw it, and the more I thought about it, the better it got. I like musicals. I like the songwriting team. I've been listening to the soundtrack ever since I saw the movie. It's got a brilliant cast. Ben Platt is good. He's 28 years old, and he's playing a senior in high school. So there's been criticism of that. But to me, he didn't look like a 28-year-old, and I accepted the fact that John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John and Stockard Channing and all those were teenagers when they made Grease, which they weren't. I think Stockard Channing was 33 when she made that movie. But anyway, there's been criticism of that. That didn't bother me. Caitlin Dever is in it, Julianne Moore, Amy Adams. So it's got a solid cast. How you react to it is, during this time with COVID going on and everything, if you want to go in and be entertained and have light entertainment, that's not what you're going to get here. The film itself is rated PG-13 because there's implied violence and there's profanity. But I scored it 7 out of 10. It has flaws, and it's not a cheery movie, but it gets its point across. And I like Ben Platt as Evan Hansen. Maybe he did look a little bit old for high school. I liked his voice, liked the songs, liked the reactions of the, interactions of the people in it. So 7 out of 10. So this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown with a review of Dear Evan Hansen.